Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuznuz here, and today's video is going to be a video kind of showing you different tips on how to maintain your membership for absolutely free in the game by just doing certain things each day to earn bonds and helping you never have to pay real money for membership again. Now, I personally have not paid real money for membership in years, and I've been using some of these methods and tips to always be able to buy bonds and maintain my membership just through in-game GP. And I truly love that Jagex has this option because it makes them more money through people buying the bonds with real money, but also allows players to play for free if they have the GP and means to do so. Now this video is going to show you 4 or 5 tips that you can do to make sure you're able to afford all the bonds you need to maintain your membership every single month. Now the first tip I'm going to go over is daily runs. Now this is such an underrated method, and this alone can pay for your monthly membership just by doing this. Now what are daily runs? Daily runs are basically going to shops in the game and buying out certain items that stock every day, doing daily D&Ds that can make you tons of money like Viswags and Criminal Bolts, and doing a bunch of other things. So this can easily make you 3 to 4 million GP a day with very minimal effort, which means over the course of the month, just by doing this, you are going to be able to easily pay for your monthly membership, if not more. I actually have a full daily run guide that I recently released that has an in-depth daily run that I will link in the description if you're interested in a full detailed run to make 3 or 4 million GP per day. The key to this method, along with a few others that we're going to talk about, is going to be consistency. If you only do this a few times a month, you aren't going to make enough to maintain your membership. But if you make this the start of your day on RS and just spend around 20 minutes doing this in the morning every day, you're going to make tons and tons of GP and easily be able to maintain your membership in bonds. Alright, so the next tip we're going to go over is daily farm runs. Although this is like the daily shop runs, this requires a bit more skill levels in like farming and a bit more setup time. But once you set up your farm runs and you have a preset with everything you need, these can make you about the same GP per day as the daily shop runs, just doing one farm run a day. If you couple this, your farm runs, with your daily runs and spend about an hour a day, you could easily make 7 to 8 million GP a day, which in turn is over 200 million GP a month. That can pay for 3+ months of membership at the current bond prices in just a month. Now, I promise this video isn't going to be just a video of me plugging my other videos, but I have made a lot of guides here on YouTube, and I did make a daily farming run guide that I will also link if anyone is interested at a more in-depth video dedicated just to farm runs and passive money. But farm runs, no matter how you do it, is a great method for maintaining your membership every single month. Alright, so my third tip that you can also do every day to make decent money to easily get your bonds every month is going to be flipping and investing. Of course, doing something like this is going to require you to have some money already, but you'd be surprised at how easily you can flip and make good money with around 10 million GP. You don't need billions of GP to start flipping. So what is flipping? Flipping is basically buying items on the GE for lower and selling them for higher. You basically find items with a good margin and put an offer in and let them buy over time and sell over time. It's something that's very passive that you can do, and it doesn't really require much attention. Usually for me, when I'm flipping, I'll put an offer in the GE and forget about it for about 5 or 6 hours. And then once everything is purchased, you'll spend maybe a minute putting it back into sell, and then you'll just forget about it again for probably the whole day. This is a great way to passively make tons of money without much effort, and it's a really good method to either do by itself if you really enjoy flipping, or do it sometimes and couple it with the other methods like I mentioned before. Again, I'll link a flipping guide in the description for anyone interested in a more in-depth explanation with more methods and stuff like that. But I honestly highly encourage everyone to try out flipping, as it's easily become one of my favorite passive moneymakers in the game. Alright, so my fourth tip for you guys is going to be one that won't apply to everyone, as this method requires the most startup time compared to all these other methods. and will require some startup money as well as having another account. So this method is an alternative account. So a lot of people have an alternative account, such as AFK skillers, that they have going on the side while they play RuneScape on their main. These can be doing things like divination, mining, or other AFK skills that can make you a ton of money. Now, this is a great way to passively make tons of money each day while also playing on your main account. And some people use their alternative accounts to solely fund their main account memberships. However, the drawback is you will also have to fund the alternative accounts membership with bonds as well. And this method only works well if you play RuneScape a lot. The previous methods are easy for the average player to hop on and spend an hour a day doing this. However, an alternative account is going to take you the actual time of building up the account to the levels you want, and then you'll also have to AFK on the side for a decent amount of hours in the day to actually make decent money. But if you play RuneScape a lot, with all the work that the alt account takes to get started, if you're an active player and play, 5 to 6 hours a day, this is an amazing way to get tons and tons of extra cash on the side and is honestly well worth the startup effort. I'm actually going to be coming out with alternative account build guides soon, so if you're interested in something like that, make sure to subscribe. And I'll come out with that in the coming weeks. But alternative accounts that people use a lot are things like divination alts, archaeology alts, things that are AFK and are just easy to make a ton of money without much effort, something that you can have up on the side. Something else to note is you will have to have 2 clients up if this is something you're going to be playing along with your main account. So you might have to have another computer monitor, or you might just have to have a computer monitor big enough to have 2 RuneScape clients up. But all in all, this is a really good method if you're willing to put in the dedication and the effort and can easily pay for your membership every month without even really paying attention. Okay, so my last and final tip is probably the most important I'm going to talk about in this video, and that is to plan ahead and also take advantage of the Premier Club. Planning ahead and using your money wisely is probably the most important thing you can do. Let's say I get a big drop from a clue like a shadow die and I sell it for about 800 million GP. Now, most people would be letting their money sit there or spending it on big upgrades, which is fine, but the smart thing to do would be to go and buy maybe 6 months of membership in bonds for around 300 mil and then using the rest of your money on gear or upgrades. This means that you'll have your membership covered for the future and won't need to really worry about it. It's almost like paying your rent in advance or bills in advance in real life. Not many people do it, but it's something that can relieve stress and make your life easier and is smart to do if you actually have the means to do it. Also, you want to take advantage of the Premier Club. Premier Club is an enhanced membership program released every year, usually between December and January. Premier Club packages include tons and tons of perks, such as loyalty points, additional daily treasure hunter keys, premium VIP worlds, extra bank space, and much, much more. Jagex usually releases these around the end of the year, and you have the option to actually purchase it through bonds. However, they also discount the Premier Club packages as well. This means you can buy Gold Premier Club for the entire year of membership for only 20 bonds. This comes out to about 500 mil GP as of current prices. But you'll have Premier Club Gold, perks, and membership throughout the entire year. This is well worth it for anyone looking to pay off a ton of membership in one go. But you should be aware, bonds will start rising as Premier Club gets closer. So it may be a smart idea to start stockpiling bonds earlier in the year if you plan on buying Premier Club in the future. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope this helped you out and gave you some inspiration and guidance in maintaining your RuneScape membership solely through bonds. It's not as hard as it seems, and it's really nice to save that $10 a month or so in real life, because let's be honest, it does add up. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more RS3 content like this. Like I said before, the links are in the description for all the guides mentioned in this video. And yeah, I'd like to thank all my channel members for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.